We are the DFPN. Always question the answers.
No Gimmicks podcast, and we bring it to you. Every time we turn live, man, you know it's the truth. Every after show, moving down, this the time to move around. No Gimmicks podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring, this is the time for the No Gimmicks. No, we doing our thing. What's your state of mind? State divine. Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit, what's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on, that's the time. Guarantee we move, you know how we respond. The state is line, the state design when we feel it. Moving down, what's the healing? No gimmicks is the feeling.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. We are here. Quick notes from a very, very good pay-per-view.
Banger
for AEW. Listen, 6 years they're celebrating today. What a way to kick off a celebration, man. This was a phenomenal pay-per-view. And I'm going to stop using that word. I found myself using it a lot. This was a great pay-per-view. This was a great pay-per-view. Joining me tonight, in lieu of my co-host, the fabulous one, D. Vader, is the chairman himself from USDN, Jeffy Jeff. Welcome back to No Gimmicks, buddy.
What is up? It's been a hot minute.
It has. It really has. But what a way to be back. Me and you were talking.
Perfect way. Perfect way.
Yep. Me and you were talking about the pay-per-view as it was happening. We had our own little chat going on. Quick thoughts, man. What did you like from this pay-per-view? Overall thoughts. Floor is yours.
I thought it was banger after banger after banger until we got to the Michael Cole match. And nothing against Michael Cole, but that could have been on Collision or something. That we could have saved ourselves. Or Adam Cole, I'm sorry.
Adam Cole. Okay.
Yeah. What are the Coles? But I could have did without that match. Nothing against any of them. I love them to death, but that could have been on Collision.
You know what? We had shout out to Bill Botkin of Pop Break. I made my Pop Break debut.
I read that. It was amazing, dude. Congrats.
Thank you. Shout out to him. But that was one of the things I said. They were the main attraction in NXT. And now it's like they're trying to climb up a mountain that's almost impossible for them to climb because AEW is so stacked, man.
They're barely mid-quarters there.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they were the guys in NXT.
Yeah,
but they haven't gained too much traction. Now, I know injuries had a lot to do with that. Kyle O'Reilly was out for a long time. So was Adam Cole.
Yep.
Which kind of left Roger Strong on the island by himself with Undisputed Kingdom, and now Undisputed Kingdom looks like they're no longer a thing.
Yeah, I think one of them's injured or unsigned. Yeah. I think he left.
Yeah,
or he's just on doing Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Shout out to
definitely better.
Yeah, most definitely. It was shout out to D Vader. He's in the chat. Was it better than Saturday night's main event? Look, I'm gonna go as far to say this is the pay-per-view of the year so far.
Absolutely.
So far.
Absolutely.
I knew coming in because they had some great matches lined up. And I also want to take the time to say this. WWE, stop fucking counter programming. Don't do that. Stop that shit.
Please.
Stop that shit, bro. Like, we knew Double or Nothing was coming. We knew this was a possibility. And you come out with this battleground shit, you announce it like very close to the show.
Like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, like 2 weeks before. But you know what I mean? It's like we gotta pick and choose. And I hate that shit. And I know Battleground was a great show. because I've been hearing nothing but good things about it.
Nothing but good things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, but stop doing that shit. They've already done it for for All In. They've already got 2 shows that weekend leading into the All In show. Man, come on, bro. Stop making us choose this shit and going back and forth with that. That's foul. That's a foul. But
they just started doing that within the last few months. I don't remember them doing it like at the first of the year or late last year. They weren't doing it. Going into this year is when they started doing that shit.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Like I know y'all got shows, but we didn't need Saturday night main event. We really didn't. That show was ass. And you're putting it on the weekend with Double or Nothing. Stop doing that. That show was not it. And it's like y'all just threw some shit together. Now, Battleground, I'm hearing, was a great pay-per-view.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. I mean, NXT was on the best PLEs. They've not put out a bad one.
No. Yeah, so it's wild. Look, D said that kind of programming is petty. WWF Vince stuff that will never stop. Yeah. It's and you know, it's like, come on, man. Like I was hyped for AEW, but now I had the prospect of I'm not gonna do it. I can't. My attention span is not. I can watch both at the same time. I can't do that shit. So
no,
one now and I'm gonna watch the other one later. But I was so hyped up for AEW Double or Nothing, and they knocked it out. They knocked this shit out.
Well,
started from top to bottom, and I'm talking about the buy-in. The buy-in was good too,
dude. That buy-in that had 2 of the better matches of the night.
Yeah, most definitely. The buy-in was really good. And then lead that into the first match on the card. The first match on the card is probably up on the match of the year contender. Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No.
Mercedes versus Jamie Hayter was an absolute banger, bro. Like,
banger.
That shit was a banger. They and it was almost like when they were done with that match, it's one of those follow that shit. Try to follow this shit.
They didn't.
Like, we gonna fuck the card up because y'all put us first, and they almost did, bro. Like, after that, it's like, damn, where do you go from here? Because they came.
You bring the blood. You bring the blood.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
So, and every match on this card had something attached to it, like a story or stakes were attached to it. So I do like that they did that. I do like that they set this card up, and you could tell they balanced this card out for counter programming too.
Oh yeah,
they knew they were up against NXT, and you could tell the way the matches flowed. And one thing too, the matches flowed really well tonight, really well tonight. What'd you think?
No, I thought it was great. Like I said, the only thing I had a problem with was the Adam Cole match. And like I said, that's nothing against any of those guys in that match. They're all great performers, but it just did not fit this pay-per-view at all.
I think for me, for that match being there, you needed that match there because you couldn't follow.
It slowed it down.
Yeah, you couldn't follow Anarchy in Arena with the main event. You needed to come down a little bit, and it was actually smart.
You know what? And given the way the buy-in was, the buy-in should have led to that Adam Cole match, and then from that Adam Cole match, just had it pick and kept going higher and higher and higher, because that's what it did until we got to that Adam Cole match.
It did,
and then it slowed it down, and then it picked it back up for the last 2.
Right. Yeah, because that Anarchy in Arena, I was so pissed off at this match going into this card, and I was like, my bad. No. my bad.
That match had everything you could possibly want and ask for. That's how Anarchy in the Arena should always be.
Always be like that. Like when Kenny Omega got on the microphone, he was like, hey man, play some 2000s alternative rock. And if you know the words, sing along, and then let the bodies hit the floor. Came on. I'm like,
for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, they played that shit like 4 times. I'm like, dude, this crazy. This is some crazy shit. And
The
I
whole
actually
time,
like
John Moxley's got a fork stabbing freaking dude in
Will
the
Hobbs.
head. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Hobbs in the head, man. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah. Overall, this is a great show. It really was a great.
Yeah.
It was a fun show.
Oh yeah.
Which was gonna lead us to All In. So we have our championship matches set for All In. Which I was surprised at the main event. I thought
Oh,
Will
I was
Ospreay
too.
had this one. I really thought he had it. So
They definitely swerved this on that one. And I
they
mean that
did.
because Swerve had a hell of a night. Hangman used Swerve's move.
Yep.
And I was just
Great
like, dude,
storytelling in that. That was some good
dude,
storytelling.
it
Very
really
good
was.
storytelling.
And AEW compared to last year, their storytelling's on another level this year.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
I've been
And that's
watching
what-
AEW, like
yeah,
AEW, NXT, WWE on Mondays and Fridays have become what AEW on Wednesdays and Fridays were for me, which was just my background noise while I worked on something else.
you are right about that, and that's why.
Because the storylines have been that compelling this year within AEW, and by damn, I'm here for it.
That's wild that you say that because that's true. And I do think AEW has. I've been saying this since July of last year when they came out here to Arlington and they did that residency. That's when
Yeah.
I said, dude, they're starting to step into this realm of storytelling, and they floundered a little bit, but it's like they started to find a groove, and it's working, and they know it's working, and they're just they've gotten this groove, and they haven't let up. And tonight was a very good example of storytelling that came to a head. A lot of these stories came to a head tonight, and it leads us to All In. And there's going to be some stuff on the back end that they've already told stories for that's going to pay off.
They've set storylines up because that match tonight with Hangman and Ospreay's coming back around.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like, and you look, he said, throwing my full support towards AEW, WWE. At this point, nothing is hidden from me under Trip, so I'm giving AEW another shot. Don't film me again. No, listen, I'm saying this. I'm saying this confidently. I think what AEW is doing has been really compelling. It really has. On both shows. You've had stories tonight on both shows. FTR and Danny Garcia. Dude,
that shit was so good.
It was good. It was really good. And FTR has become, I think on Collision, they've become the main attractions.
Dude, FTR is the best FTR. Those guys, why they ever try to do the face thing is beyond me. FTR is Hills?
Yeah.
Fucking magic.
Yeah, it is. That match tonight was great. It was really great. And that's what I mean. They have stories on both shows that are really, really good. And this pay-per-view is a real testament to all these stories that they put out. Very much. Very much. So, what's your match of the night?
Oh, shit, dude. To be fair to everybody, I'm giving it to 2. I'm going opener with the Women's Owens Cup final and the closer with the Men's Owens Cup final.
Nice.
I think they were bangers. And this whole card was that full of them.
Yeah.
And I told you at the beginning that Monet and Hayter bout was probably match of the night.
They set a bar, man. I said it at the time. I said, man, they've already set the bar really high. It's gonna be hard to catch. I'm serious. That match is that shit was special. That shit was really special.
They told a damn good story, and both those ladies, you could tell they're in the back, probably still right now, put with ice.
Oh yeah, most
they beat
them
the
and
shit out of each other.
The main event,
and then even the Mina and Tony Storm match.
That was a good match too.
A damn good match on the same level.
Yeah,
The
that was a
same
good
level.
match too.
So for me to give it to the Owen finals on both sides of it, it was hard. Like even Anarchy in the Arena was just fucking outstanding.
Now, for different reasons, yeah.
Yeah.
For different reasons. I think my match of the night, which is weird that I'm putting it here, Speedball versus Okada. that might be my match of the night. Like for real.
Yeah. No. And I wouldn't blame you. There's like 5 matches on this card that could be a match of the night on any given night.
Yeah. They have some, this shit has some bangers. I'm gonna go back. This is a rare occasion. I'm gonna go back and watch this pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, no. You have to, because there's gonna be something, especially from that Anarchy in the Arena bout, you missed. Like when I hit you and I was like, dude, did you just see Joe's finger? Joe's finger was like a fucking number 7 or some shit. Like that shit was so jacked.
Yep. Yeah, man.
And then Swerve's walkout.
That's another thing. Their set tonight,
fire,
top tier. That shit was elite. I was like,
see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yes. I was like, oh shit. AEW might be on to something right now, bro. The way the set looked, the entrances, the crowd tonight was hot.
Dude, that crowd the whole night. I don't think the only time that crowd may have been kind of mild was again during that Paragon match.
Yeah,
but even then it wasn't that
though.
Yeah, that was kind of the cool down.
Yeah. Look, D said FTR is my favorite act outside the Syndicate, and even the Syndicate match, bro. Like,
dude.
Bro, Bobby Lashley was fucking killing Sammy Guevara.
Dude, he fucking killed Dustin Rhodes to a damn guardrail.
Yo, yeah, Bobby. I need. There's some people I need chasing major titles. I know it probably ain't gonna happen soon because we got All In, but I need Bobby Lashley to be in the conversation.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view is All In Texas.
Yep, the next pay-per-view is All In Texas, and they're gonna start. Is it?
I know August or
July.
July, yeah, because we're about to. June's coming up. Like
June is coming up.
Holy,
there's not a pay-per-view in June.
I don't think so. I want to say it's July.
Okay. Because they've already started building, which is if that's the case,
we got
they've already started building towards Forbidden Door already.
Yep.
Because Tanahashi came out tonight,
dude, and Ishii,
yep,
and Brody King,
yep.
That's three big old sons of bitches.
Hell yeah, and they've already started building towards that, which is very interesting to me.
Well, it's going to be
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like they've already started telling stories for a pay-per-view that's months. That's not like AEW.
No, it's really not. Well, it hasn't been.
It hasn't been like AEW, but yeah, the fact that they're already building towards something like that.
You know what's funny is
very interesting.
I remember in July last year when they had the residency there in Dallas, and you hit me up like during one of the shows. You're like, dude, they're building some stories.
Yeah,
and that's really what pulled me back into AEW. Like really watching it again was like, you're like, dude, these stories they're telling. I'm like, AEW don't tell stories. And then I caught it that night or Friday night, and I was like, oh damn,
yeah.
They are building on stuff here.
Yep. They got some shit coming that I hope makes television, but they started building it last year, and it's the storyline between. There's a storyline between the Von Erichs, who are currently in our ROH, and Dustin Rhodes.
Are they signed?
Yeah, they're signed.
Okay.
So there's a story that they started building then. that I hope makes its way to television because they're still around each other. So
Well, they're all
I
from the
hope
same
we
area.
I hope we get a Rhodes and Dustin's nephews are in the business
The
now.
Rhodes
So
is in Devon Eric's.
Yep. I hope we get
Dude.
that shit. So I
I
hope
would,
that's what
yeah.
they're gonna build towards.
Even if it's on a Death Before Dishonor, that would be fucking dope. Because that's coming up too. That actually might be what's next month.
Yeah. So he said All In July 12th, Forbidden Door August 24th, All Out Toronto September. So nothing in June.
I think we got Death Before Dishonor in June.
Yeah.
I think it's
because they're doing a Super Card of Honor too.
Yeah, because I think it's like we get a AEW pay-per-view and then we get a Ring of Honor pay-per-view in the off month of AEW. I think it's how they've been doing
they need to get Ring of Honor a TV deal.
I'm telling you, dude, you get rid of that Friday night show and just call it Ring of Honor or Saturdays. Either one.
I would like to see them do an hour of Friday television for Ring of Honor. And if they could do that, that'd be awesome.
Even just splitting it. You have that because it's 2 hours on Friday night, right?
No, they don't have a Friday show anymore.
Oh, okay. So it's just Wednesday and Saturday now.
Yep.
Okay. But still, Saturday show is 2 hours.
Yeah, but Collision's actually good.
Nah, you're right about that. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Collision is actually good. For
Even
a minute, Collision was the better show.
Yeah. I know. And then Collision was on Thursday this week, and I was watching that, and dude, all the stories played right into tonight.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal.
Yep, and that's what I appreciate. And it's weird because contrast to what's going on in WWE right now, I wouldn't have said this shit last year. Honestly, I wouldn't have said none of this last year.
Absolutely not.
And one thing I said was AEW does really great pay-per-views, but now they're putting on great TV that's leading into the great pay-per-views.
Yep. The only thing that's really with WWE who's really doing good stories right now is NXT.
Yep. Which is why Battleground was so good.
Yep.
So, all right, man. Final shot starts. What you got?
New episode dropped tonight of USDN. New comic book day recommendations from the 21st. Eventually, I'm going to get my timing down and get these out on time, but Wrestling Beyond and other things are on TV, so it's really hard to I'm going to skip wrestling tonight. I ain't skipping Wednesday night wrestling. It just ain't going to happen. So, but yeah, weekends are always my good recording days. Nobody's here. It's just me, and I can record. So, new episode out.
All right.
Big Star Wars show coming soon. I'm writing it right now.
Okay, cool, man. Can't wait to see it. D says Supercard of Honor is July 11th.
Okay.
Hopefully,
we aren't getting nothing in June.
Yeah, we ain't getting shit in June, which is good. So you could take tonight and build towards All In, which I hope that's what they're doing. You take tonight, you have a solid few weeks to build towards All In. And then that whole week, I know they'll be in town and they have stuff going on. So
the entire week. Yeah.
Yep. So hopefully that's what they do. But yeah, man. Kudos on the shows. Got some dope work coming out. I appreciate it. So
yeah, I got a show probably going to be June 28th, an interview for a new Kickstarter too.
Nice, man. I like those interviews you've been pumping out. So keep it coming.
They're fun.
Yeah.
All people got to do is email. And I'll put them on. We talk about comic books all day.
Yep. Let the people know where they can find you, my guy.
All right. You can find me on Facebook at the United States Department of Nerds, on Instagram at USDN Podcast, on Threads as well as USDN Podcast. On Blue Sky, you can find me at Chairman USDN, and on YouTube at USDN Podcast.
Dope, man. Dope. Thank you for coming through tonight.
Anytime, man. I'm just a
Awesome.
text message away.
Awesome time always. But if you haven't watched AEW Double or Nothing, please do yourself a favor. Watch it.
Worth
Tap in.
every dollar.
Worth the pennies, bro. It really
And
is.
if you saved your, I know we all got Amazon. We all order Amazon nonstop. Use those Prime days for delivery. That way it gives you like $1.50 or $1 of credits. Use those credits to buy your AEW pay-per-views like I do.
Oh, nice.
So that $49.99 pay-per-view tonight, I had like $8 in savings on that. So it only cost me like $40.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Keep that handy.
Write that down.
Shit.
Write
Good
that
shit.
down. Frank D wants my background. Black made my background for me.
I did.
That's inside. That's in Red 5. That's what we're calling it. That's my Red 5 cruises. So, but if you want to borrow it, Frank, for Frank D, you can use it anytime you want, man.
He absolutely does. Now I gotta make him one. He didn't know I made it.
Yeah, no, he can use it, dude. I ain't even mad. Like, your voice literally opens up the USDN podcast.
Oh yeah, it does. It really does.
That's why people don't realize. They're like, oh, dude, that Emperor Palpatine is so dope. I'm like, that's Frank D,
It's
man.
Frank D. Awesome, man. But yeah, man, thank you for coming in. Always
love it.
good time. Always good time. Make sure you guys follow him. Check out the USDN. And thank y'all for tapping in. Take care of each other. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Watch Double or Nothing. We'll be back with Battleground
Tomorrow, right?
Peace. Yep. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks, gimmicks.